Hi friends, and welcome back to AmandaMuse. Today we are in a bit of an echoey room and I can't figure out the lighting, so I look a little washed out. I apologize in advance. But I'm filming a video and that's always a good thing. If you guys are following my weekly vlogs, then you know I am in the process of leaving Malaysia. It is a giant undertaking considering we're selling pretty much everything we own. It's a little bit crazy. So yeah, good times. And of course, as I'm leaving, I've been thinking more and more about things that I'm going to miss about this place, because there is plenty that you become accustomed to, that you miss, that you enjoy. There's a lot you don't enjoy, but let's stay on the up and up. So today I'm going to share with you 5 things that I'm going to miss about my life here in Malaysia. The first thing, obviously, is the weather. It is really lovely all of the time. It's really hot all of the time, and that has its downsides, but I would suggest that most of the time it is beautiful blue skies, like gorgeous summer weather, and that's amazing, and I'm really gonna miss that. Generally speaking, it's super easy to function with kids in the heat. They have one wardrobe, you have one wardrobe, sandals, sunblock, hats. I mean, you're not dealing with snowsuits. I'm gonna miss it. Summer life is easy life, and I'm gonna miss that. There's something very laid back about just like summertime and what that brings. You've got beautiful sunsets. I think it goes without saying, I'm gonna miss the weather. The second thing is the expat community, the ease in which one makes friends when you are a foreigner in a foreign place. It's amazing. Like, you meet people and you're like, hey, I like you, you're cool, let's trade numbers, let's hang out on Tuesday. Like, it's really that easy. The third thing, I suppose, it's kind of related to the first one, but I live on an island. I live in Penang, and it's just so laid back, so chill. It's got that island vibe, so you can still go to the beach and relax, and people drive slow, like really slow sometimes. I feel like it's kind of backdated. Like, how could I explain that? I feel like it was really kicking here in the 70s and the 80s and stuff, and I feel like it kind of still exists in that time, and there's something very what's the word I'm looking for? Charismatic. It has a lot of character. Penang has a lot of character, and I'm really going to miss the city itself. I mean, Georgetown is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, so there's just the beauty in that, and then there's like little India. Then there's also Sephora and the big stores that make you feel like you're living in a big city, so I'm really going to miss the city itself. The fourth thing is the quality of life. Yes, when you live abroad and you live away from your family, there's a lot that you give up, I suppose, in terms of help from family members, help from friends, support group, things you're accustomed to. Like, there's a whack of stuff. But one thing that you gain living in a different place, especially a place like Malaysia, is the quality of life in terms of the size of your house. I talked about a lot of this in the Reasons I Love Malaysia video. So just to kind of summarize, it's just your money goes far as a foreigner in Malaysia, depending on your type of job. So we have a really nice big place. We are able to afford help. So I have somebody come and clean my house a few times a week, and I also have a babysitter a few times a week. So I feel like living overseas, yes, there's a lot you give up, but then there's also a lot that you gain. So it really depends on your lifestyle, but I will for certain miss all of the help that I have here, and I've really begun to rely on it heavily. So I'm really gonna miss it. Like, we're really gonna miss it. And also, just not just having the help, but what the help means, right? Like, that allows me to have a little bit of time to myself, which I think and value is really important to me as a person. Is like, I like to go out and have a little bit of time to myself, to have a coffee or get a pedicure or just film a video. Like, these kinds of things are really difficult to do when you have 2 children running around. So I'm not sure where we're going to be next, and I don't know what our lifestyle will be like, but I know for sure when I look back on my life here in Malaysia, this is going to be, it's something very different. I didn't grow up with help. Are you kidding me? Both my parents worked. In fact, my 3 parents, because I have a stepdad, everybody worked, you know? We didn't have that liberty to have mom at home at the end of the day waiting with like fresh baked cookies and things. Mom was busy pulling in a 9-hour day. So it's just a different type of life, and I really, really like it. So I feel very blessed to have been able to experience this, and I know I'm really gonna miss it when I go. And the last thing, it's kind of a weird one, but I'm actually going to miss things I didn't get to do more of. For me personally, having 2 small children, I made a decision that I just don't like to go out and do a lot of stuff with them. I like nap time. I like my kids to be rested and fed and have a lot of quiet time. I like to have quiet time, so that's important to me. I don't like to be all about bustle and hustling in the day in the heat because it's really hot with 2 kids around town sightseeing. It's just not my thing. I'm actually gonna miss things I didn't really get a chance to do more of, like hit up the night market a little bit more, or, you know, eat at more hawker stalls or hawker food centers, travel a little bit more around this part of the world. I did do a lot of travel, but there's more I could do. I didn't do many parties on the beach. I didn't, you know, party in Batu Ferringhi at nighttime with like a bunch of friends. Like I just never did that stuff. The season of my life is not exactly partying. I have 2 small children. It's a different time of my life. So I think I'm gonna miss things, just spending time with certain friends or spending more time with those friends, those kinds of things. I know I tend not to live in regret, but I know I'm gonna be like, darn it, I wish I'd done more of that, you know? Those are just a few things I'm gonna miss about my life here in Malaysia. I'm sure there's gonna be many more, but those 5 just came to my head last night as I was drifting off to sleep. And I figured you guys might be curious because I do talk about my life here and I do vlog about it, but sometimes I don't get to like just articulate the small things. So that is the scoop. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a big thumbs up if you did. Catch me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and of course here 3 times a week. So subscribe, click the button. Where is it? Somewhere around here. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. The coolest pair of olive green Doc Martens I wore all the damn time in elementary school with leggings, and I would climb trees. I was pretty kick-ass, I'm just gonna say. Cheers! Everyone's asleep. Freedom! Who's with me on that one?